Hello ink lovers and welcome back. Today I'm going to solve one of the biggest mysteries in ink. What's the difference between VersaFine and VersaFine Clair? If you're like me, you have both of these inks in your stash. You have a VersaFine Onyx Black and you have a VersaFine Clair Nocturne, and you're thinking, what's the difference? So VersaFine has been around for a long time, right? It's got this old hinge top, which we all thought was novel at the time, but now is kind of more of a pain in the butt. And I've got my VersaFine Clair, which I love because I love this form factor here. But I'm thinking, okay, I use them interchangeably for detail work. I use them for watercoloring because they give a nice clean, crisp impression and the water doesn't bleed into them. What's the difference? They're both from the same company. They both have the same name in them. Okay, so VersaFine, did you know, comes in 12 colors. Now I'm missing one here, and of course there's an Onyx Black, but it comes in 12 colors. So here's the 12 colors for VersaFine. All right, VersaFine Clair comes in a whole array of colors, and I only have some of them out here to start. So the difference between these two, there is no difference. Can you believe it? So they're both from Sukaneko. VersaFine has been on the market for a long time. And look at the colors. They're kind of a muted, darker shades. Satin red is about as light as you're going to get with this particular line of inks. So they wanted to do something with this line because everyone loves this ink. The way that it stamps, the crisp lines, the thin lines that you get with it are just so unbelievable. And the formulation is really cool. So they went back to the drawing board and they refined the formulation for VersaFine, and they came up with VersaFine Clair. While they were at it, they redefined the form factor, which I absolutely love. So now with VersaFine Clair, the whole object behind this reformulation was to be able to provide brighter, gorgeous shades of color. These colors were not possible with the formulation of VersaFine. So simply, VersaFine Clair is a refinement of VersaFine, and they're both the same oil-based pigment ink that we've come to know and love. When you look at the swatches I have here, you'll notice that there are some similarities, but they're not really exact. So tulip red is more of a coral, whereas satin red is a little bit more of a rouge, and they could be interchangeable, so maybe you have one over the other, just depending on your preference, like any ink. If form factor matters to you for storage or just personal preference, of course the VersaFine comes in the hinge lid, and it also comes in the 1-inch cubes. If you're looking for a collection of VersaFine Clair, the only thing you're going to be able to find is the large form factor. But I do love it. The lids stay on awesome. Your inks stay juicy forever. And it's just a really great pad to work with. If you're wondering if you need both of these blacks, I think the answer might be yes. It just depends on how picky you are about your shade of black. So the Onyx Black is the VersaFine, and you can see that it's kind of a brownish black. And the only time you can really tell that is when you're putting it right up against Nocturne, and Nocturne is more of a bluish black. So if that matters to you in the grand scheme of things, you might have both. But I notice that when I'm stamping, I very rarely notice the tone of black because there's so much other color going on that it doesn't really make much of a difference. I hope that helped you dispel any rumors you might have ever heard about VersaFine Clair and VersaFine. If you have any questions about today's video, I encourage you to leave a comment so we can continue the conversation about inks. I'll be sharing more ink videos soon, so if you have an ink you'd like me to try or you have questions about, of course, leave them in the comments. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and until next time, happy crafting.